Hi, this is Chris Lavin from Xtreme Polishing Systems here in Deerfield Beach, Florida. And here with Jeff Stanish, who is the formulator and blender of our new Xtreme Hard 2 and Xtreme Clean 2, which is our new patented system for the polished concrete industry. So we welcome Jeff to Xtreme Hard today.
It's good to be here.
Always a pleasure to see you, Jeff.
Proper tools, proper technique on how to grind the floor, open it up, how to densify it properly, and then how to seal it. 99%, all of our competition out there wants to put an acrylic sealer on the top.
Yeah, they do.
I think that's somewhere between not very bright, in fact, maybe just kind of stupid, because you lose all the benefits of what you brought in the first place. What we bring is a product that likes itself, and you can layer coat it because it latches onto it each time. So you don't have to bring in your high-priced equipment, time-consuming equipment to put the second, the third, the fourth coat down. And you come back there for maintenance. It's so much easier.
And the nice part I like about the product so much is because, you know, you'd always have the Xtreme Densifier and the Xtreme Shield, which is, you know, great old school product, you know what I'm saying? It's old school.
It's Neanderthal.
It is.
That's not bad.
But it is. And everybody that's in this industry is using outdated product. All they need to use is the Xtreme Hard. Not only is your densifier, but it's also your sealer. So you only got to carry one 5-gallon jug with you or a 55-gallon drum, okay? And you can't mix up. So many times I've heard it late at night, you know what I'm saying, the installers will apply the sealer as the densifier. You know what I'm saying?
Then you can't do it the other way.
Right, they make the mistakes and they gotta cut off that product, and it's a nightmare. It really is.
Absolutely. Oxidation, no matter what, no matter how much UV stablers they put into an acrylic or a urethane or an epoxy,
Yellows.
It doesn't matter. It will oxidize. The surface will eventually get little pock marks. It's because it's being broken down by ultraviolet rays from some source. Might be a fluorescent light, incandescent light. We know it won't be the
LED
light, LEDs,
right,
but
they're hollow.
Right, so they're hollow lights, they're ugly. So what happens is you've got something there with these nanoparticles of TiO2 that are just constantly activating, creating this extra molecule of oxygen, helping to break down the parking lot grime that's being brought in by everybody's foot.
Correct.
Easier for you to maintain.
Yeah, which is really good.
Really
one question I had for you, because the one item that, or the one part of the installation of concrete, a lot of people when they freshly pour concrete are used to using like an Ashford formula that they're going to use to pour on the concrete, you know what I'm saying, and they use that as like a curing agent. You know what I'm saying? It's really not sold as a curing agent, but it kind of acts as a curing agent,
right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I put some of your product to use over in Mexico. We sold some 55-gallon drums, and I will tell you this, that the customer said that was the best product that they ever used.
It's the way to go. Just give it just wait till you get a little bit, until the massive wetness comes out, okay, and you're starting to get that lighter gray. Now put us down, mop us in.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, they did that the following day.
The following day.
It was the following day. So it was the day after, and
that way you're slowing down the rate at which the water comes out. Therefore, you're going to have a much harder, denser piece of concrete.
And you get a better cure.
Much better cure. Much better cure.
Now it's not a cure seal, so to speak, though, is it?
Cure seal has to do with its locking it in.
Okay.
It's not very bright. You don't want to, you want to have
you want to emit the vapors through
slowly.
Right.
But you want it to come out. If you don't, Walmart made lots of these mistakes early on. And what happened is they went to take the VCT tile off 20 years later, and what was the concrete? Gone. It was just mush.
Right.
Yeah, because you lock it in, if you don't, concrete has to cure. The water has to come out. Okay? Now, if you slow down the rate it comes out, then this capillary channel, which we talked about earlier, okay? Remember, concrete is nothing but a rigid sponge. Okay? 86% of it is solid, 14% is capillary channels. There's a vein. Where's the capillaries? Thousands of them right next to the vein. Can you see them? No. Even under a big microscope? No. Really big microscope, micron. You know, millionth of a meter and smaller, you can finally see it. But it's at the capillary level. That's where all the strength is. So what you got to do is slow down the vapor from coming out. The slower it comes out, the harder it is. The smaller the channels. If it comes out too fast, the channels are bigger. You don't want big channels. You want small channels.
Right. Makes the concrete
Okay.
stronger.
Much stronger. Do you want to seal at top? You never seal concrete.
Correct. You should
Until
never.
it's fully cured.
Right.
Even
And-
then,
and
should you do it?
It's never really fully cured.
Yeah.
The beauty of what we're working with is if if I'm doing this floor, right, and I'm down to here, and he's spraying, and I'm mopping, like you see, right, and we see it back there, just walk up to it, move it around.
And so you can step over it, no
Yeah,
problem?
just
Yeah,
make
you'll
sure you
walk on
mop
it.
your
Yeah.
floor. Make sure
Make sure you have clean feet
Make sure you have clean feet, and second, mop back where you
where you walked again.
So walking over it is not gonna,
No, because
it's underneath foot anyways.
you're basically cleaning the floor of any
So
type
just
of
like you'd be doing mopping. So
of microbials
So
that
you're
you may have
mopping away as you
placed.
walk
Yeah, yeah.
up, okay, great.
And you got the booty things on your boots anyway.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you don't, yeah,
Yeah.
but you're mopping away.
No, you're wearing
Like when you're
contractor shoes.
Yeah.
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 Okay? Okay? One coat.
So one coat next day, right before, soft cut, cut first,
Yeah, they're cut.
apply, and then what?
Apply
Then you leave it alone.
and then walk away.
Then you're walking away.
I mean,
Then you
Then you're done.
finish the cure,
No, then you're done.
then you're done. You're done for step one.
okay.
Now it's.
Now they're gonna wait 28 days.
Yeah.
Okay, or at least a minimum of 15 days
Yeah.
before you come back and polish the floor.
Yeah, but you want,
You want 28,
You
but
want
but
28.
15 if you're not gonna use color. And the reason why I say that is because a lot of the colors that are used on when concrete's only 15 days old, and some people are trying to make you polish,
Can't.
the color has
I've
a problem.
seen it. Yeah, it's a problem.
But if it's a natural, you can still polish it
Right.
in 15 days and it'll be okay.
Right.
So when you polish it 15 days, you apply the Xtreme Hard 2 again?
But you're gonna use Xtreme Hard 2 as the
The
densifier,
densifier.
okay? At 400 grit if you're going up to a high shine,
You open your floor.
or at 200 grit if
Yeah.
you're gonna be stopping at 400, which is a mat.
Okay, just to back up just slightly. Okay, so in 15 days, are we gonna apply first, a second coat?
No.
No,
We grind first.
Grind.
you're gonna grind, correct. You're gonna open up,
Step
you're
one,
gonna,
step
you're gonna,
two.
you're gonna break the cap of the concrete.
Okay, then we apply.
Then you're gonna apply it.
Either.
You can apply Xtreme Hard 2 at any point of
After
cut
you break the
of the cutting. Yeah, if you grind the concrete, you can place it during the metals. Okay, if you have soft concrete, if you have a good 4,000 psi or better concrete slab,
Oh, yes.
then
You're okay.
then I want you to take Xtreme Hard 2. If you're going to a matte finish, apply it at 200 grit.
After the 200.
If you're going up to a high gloss finish, then you're going to apply it after 400. And if you're going to put color on the floor, you're going to put the color first and then apply this after the color.
Always.
After 200 pads or metals?
Metals.
No, 200 pads, 200 resins.
Resin.
200 resins.
Resins, okay.
Yeah.
So you don't put any, when you go through metals, we're not putting this down?
You can put it down in the metal stage, okay? And we use the product at the metal stage in very soft concrete where we need it to strengthen it,
Yes.
okay? Because for you to get a good shiny floor, you have to have a hard substrate.
Right.
The harder your substrate, the
Better your shine.
the shinier your floor. If you have a high gloss floor, you're going to use Xtreme Hard 2 as your densifier, and then you're going to use that at the 400 level. You're going to use it after color. If you don't put color down, you're going to use it in a natural 400, and then you're going to go 800, and then I'm going to apply it as a seal coat and burnish it with a 1500 pad, and I'm going to apply it again as a seal coat, 2 coats, and I'm going to use a 3000 pad at the end. And you're going to get down and you're going to kiss the floor because it's going to be beautiful.
Oh, you won't believe if you do that.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's a
It's
beautiful
an
floor.
awesome floor.
Yeah.
It's cost a little more, but boy,
Yeah.
you're first class.
Yeah, and then that way now the customer
Boy,
will
that's
use
a
the
whole
Xtreme
portion.
Clean 2, okay, and you are not gonna use water in a mop and bucket for a period of 48 hours.
Oh, yeah,
Okay.
you don't need to, but.
Right, but I'm just saying, but most people come and they're gonna saturate that floor with water right away. Well, we're gonna clean that floor.
You don't need to.
Let that floor work itself in, okay, and work it in slowly. We don't want anybody using any water on these floors for a minimum of 48
At
hours.
least. Okay. They really don't need to do it for a week. Actually.
Right, they should wait a week, but I'm just saying, if you have to water that floor, you know what I'm saying, don't do it for 48 hours and do not soak the floor. We want it minimally microfibered with light water, just just to keep the minimal abrasion or dust
Would
off
it,
the
would
floor.
it really hurt it?
It's better just to use a dry mop at that
Dry
time.
mop.
Just dry mop the floor, that's what we recommend.
Yeah.
Swiffer.
Yeah.
No Swiffers. We don't want Swiffers because the Swiffers have a chemical in them,
Don't ever
okay?
use the
That are gonna
Swiffer.
build
Oh,
up and
100%.
all those microbials are gonna get in there and you're gonna have bacteria and you're gonna have all kinds of crap on your floors.
Honest.
It's the worst thing you could ever use.
Yeah.